Welcome to episode 31 of the Courageous Nation podcast. Today we're going to talk about how to create massive momentum in your life. Massive momentum in your life. And when I say momentum, you already have momentum working in your life, but what you want is forward momentum. You want the kind of momentum that's going to move you forward as quickly as possible, and that's going to be sustained. You want sustained forward momentum. That's what you want in your life. So if that's what you're looking for, this is going to be a fantastic episode, not only for you to watch, but also to share with your family and friends, because you don't want to be selfish. You want to be selfless and share the things that you're learning, okay? My name is Michael Anthony, and if you want to get more familiar with me, you can go to CourageMatters.com or Michael Anthony Official. I want to jump right in here today so that you can get moving forward as quickly as possible and sustain that forward momentum. Your whole life is about momentum, and I take this whole podcast from a Christian perspective. I don't apologize for that, and I hope you don't hold that against me. I won't hold it against you. If you're not a Christian, all I ask is that you give me a fair listen, and who knows, there might be something that I say that you say, you know what, that guy makes a lot of sense, and it'll help you put away your nonsense, all right? So this whole idea of momentum in your life, how do you create it? How do you sustain it? Well, first what I want to do is I want to help you understand something from 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 13 through 16. 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 13 through 16. I want you to understand that this stuff is hidden in plain sight. It's hidden in plain sight. If you're a follower of Christ, you've got to be committed to how you use your time, because your time is your life. They are absolutely inseparable. Your time is your life is your time. And I can tell you, as somebody who nearly died four times, that your time is precious. And once it's gone, you know that you can't get it back. But since it's the one resource we can't replenish, you want to make sure that you use it right the first time. 1 Peter chapter 1, beginning in verse 13, says this: "Therefore, with minds that are alert and fully sober, set your hope on the grace to be brought to you when Jesus Christ is revealed at his coming. As obedient children, do not conform to the evil desires you had when you lived in ignorance, but just as he who called you is holy, so be holy in all you do. For it is written, be holy because I'm holy." I want you to notice what he says. He talks about being fully alert and sober. He talks about paying attention, and the reason is that you only have one life this side of forever. No matter what you believe, you only have one life this side of forever, and even if you don't believe that, it's not going to change the reality. So Peter is helping us understand that we're supposed to be intentional with our lives and really be focused and be deliberate with how we're living. And what I want to help you do is I want to help you think about four particular words that sound very similar, they sound very familiar, that are going to help you remember how to implement the actions that are associated with these words so you can create amazing forward momentum and sustain it. And even if you fall off the horse, even if you forget or you lose some of that momentum, just going back to these four simple words, and we're going to put them up on the screen here, right here. If you're watching on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which is Michael Anthony Official, we're going to put these words up one at a time on the screen right here so that you can enjoy them as well. But if you lose some momentum and if you lose your way, all you need to do is go back to these four words to get you back up on your horse and galloping forward again. Four words. The first word is eliminate. You want to look at the course of your life and you look at the course of just your day. Look at yesterday. And at the end of today, you'll be able to do the same thing. Think about the things that you need to eliminate, things that are wasting your time, people that are wasting your time. You've got to be able to say in your life that you have enough of a vision for your life, you have enough value in your life that you are not going to let anybody waste your time or waste your life. And you got to stop apologizing for people whose opinions don't really matter, their perspective doesn't matter, their values don't matter, the direction of their life really doesn't matter. You're not going to appear before them at the end of your life. You're going to appear before God at the end of your life, and you want to be able to look back and say, I did it right. And regardless of what's in your past, you don't want to let your past affect your present or hinder your future. You don't want to let that happen. And so one of the words that you need to get into your vocabulary is the word eliminate. You want to eliminate what is not working in your life. Eliminate the things that are distracting you in your life. Eliminate the things that are wasting your time. And eliminate the people in your life who are taking you off mission. They're taking you off the direction and the course and the trajectory of your life. You want your trajectory to look like this. You want your trajectory to start here and then to get that momentum going where you just keep going up and up and up and deeper and further along. That's what you want. So you've got to be courageous enough to say no to the lesser things because you have already made a commitment to say yes to what's really important in your life. That's why your clear, compelling vision for your life, understanding your life purpose, understanding the goals that you have in your life for the next 3, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of your life. These things are not just important, they're absolutely imperative. These are the things that are going to motivate you and keep you going and help you say no and not even hesitate when somebody or something comes along that isn't in line with what God's called you to do, who God's called you to be, and the values that you've determined in your life. So you need to have the courage to eliminate, to say no to yourself, be aware of your habits, self-sabotaging behaviors. And by the way, one of the most self-sabotaging behaviors that you can have in your life that you can rein in, you absolutely can rein in, is this whole evening routine. What you're doing at the end of your day is setting you up, for better or worse, for the start of the next day. So if you take care of your evening routine, you're going to set your next day up, you're going to tee it up so that you can hit that ball right down the green, right onto the green where you need it to be, so that you can live your life with momentum. So you need to be able to say no to lesser things. And the word to remember for that is eliminate. Eliminate the people and be courageous enough to say that. You can do it with love. You can do it with love. You can just say to people, listen, that's not something that I'm interested in. Or sometimes you don't even need to say anything. Sometimes you don't even need to explain to them. You just can nod. You can just smile. You can say, look, I'll take that under consideration. I'll take that under consideration. You've got to believe in who you are. It's great to believe in God. It's important to believe in God. But you also have to believe in the person that God made you to be. If you don't believe in who you are, why should other people believe in who you are? If you don't have a definite life direction and a purpose and goals and a vision, if you don't have that, don't expect to get it from somebody else. You've got to have that. You've got to have that burning within you. So eliminate the things that you need to eliminate in your life. The second thing you need to understand is this idea, the word elevate. Elevate. You need to think about, what are the things that are on the back burner of my life that I need to put on the front burner of my life? Now, if you're like me, you're a recovering perfectionist. Follow me on this. What we often do is we take the things that are most important in our lives and we put them on the back burner because we really want to give it attention. We really want to give it focus. And what happens is those things need to be on the front burner of our lives. They need to be on the front burner and off of the back burner. So understand that it's better to get something moving forward, even if it's not perfect, than to have something perfect that's just sitting there and stagnating. Because when things stagnate, remember, perfection paralyzes. Perfection paralyzes. Just get it going. Just get it going. So you need to elevate the things in your life, elevate the things in your life that need to have front and center attention. They need your energy. They need your time. They need your focus. Think about your children. They need your focus right now. They need your energy right now. They need your attention right now. Your spouse, ignore your spouse, and he or she will go away. The same is true of your children. Think about the people in your life who are important priorities. Think about your finances. If you ignore your finances, there's going to come a day when you're not going to be able to do what you wanted to do because you didn't do what you were supposed to do when you were supposed to do it. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So I want to elevate the things in your life today. You want to do this today. You want to elevate the things in your life that need your attention, they need your time, they need your focus, they need your energy. So you eliminate the things that are wasting your time, distracting you, diverting you, and diluting you from who you really are, who you really want to be, and where you really want to go. And then you want to elevate those things that need to be off the back burner onto the front burner, and you need to be tenacious with those. You need to be unapologetic with those. You need to be able to say, I'm not going to relent even a little bit, not even a fraction. I'm going to elevate those things in my life that are really important. And again, you think about the 7 major areas of life, in your relationships, in your spiritual life, in your health and your fitness. You know, I'm a cancer survivor. And the type of cancer that I had a softball-sized tumor wrapped around my superior vena cava, which is the blood vessels and the arteries and stuff in the center of my chest. I can tell you this for sure. The kind of cancer that I had was most likely a lifestyle cancer. I was burning the candle at both ends. I wasn't getting enough sleep. I wasn't eating properly, wasn't exercising, and I was living at a very high level of stress, meaning my body was very acidic. Instead of having a pH balance in my body was very acidic. And it was all because I was making the wrong choices. On my way to crushing my goals and living my greatest potential, I was completely out of balance, and therefore I wasn't crushing my goals. I wasn't living my greatest potential. I was under the illusion that I was doing it, and it came back and bit me in the butt. There was even a time in my life, right leading up to that, where I remember eating dinner, and my wife was making healthy foods. I just wasn't eating them. And I scratched my head, and I thought to myself, I didn't say it out loud, but I thought to myself, I could not remember the last time that I had eaten vegetables. That's what I'm talking about in terms of neglecting. When your body's in an acidic state, what often happens is you crave acidic foods. You crave the foods that are bad for you, the junk foods, the quick-to-prepare foods. Those things that really taste good doesn't mean that healthy food doesn't taste good. It just means that you need to reacclimate your taste buds. Those things that really taste good, because they're quick to make, and they're usually filled with sugar and high fat and all kinds of preservatives and all kinds of additives that are as far away from the natural state as possible. So you think about the 7 areas of life that you want to prioritize, you want to elevate: your relationships, your spiritual life, your health, and your fitness. If you don't take care of your body is not going to take care of you. And listen, if you're a follower of Jesus, stop waiting for the rapture as the divine bailout. Stop having this ridiculous, fatalistic attitude and it doesn't matter anyway because I'm going to get a new body and I'm going to be with Jesus for all eternity. Listen, that's true if you're a follower of Jesus, but in the meantime, I'm talking about here and now. I'm not talking about eternity. I'm talking about here and now. If you neglect your body now, you could come down with a disease that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten. You could shorten your lifespan that otherwise you could have lengthened, and that has everything to do with glorifying God and living the best life possible that you can live in regard to your children, in regard to your spouse, in regard to your coworkers, and really investing your life. So your health and your fitness is important. If you take care of your body, it's going to take care of you. The other idea is the finances, the financial realm of your life. And you need to understand that it's not about getting rich quick. It's about accumulating wealth so that you can be a blessing. And many of us have to replace this stinking thinking, this terrible attitude that we have toward money. The more money you have that you steward in a healthy way, the more you're going to be able to be a blessing to other people. And one of the biggest ways you can be a blessing to other people, I know this flies in the face of what's being said today and in this entitlement mentality world that we live in, but the more money you have to be able to take care of yourself, the less of a burden you are on society. You don't have to have your hand out waiting for somebody to give you what you could have given and you could have provided for yourself. So take care of yourself financially. You'll be able to take care of your spouse, your children, and you'll be able to be a blessing to other people. Money is not bad. Money is not evil. The love of money, the Bible says, is the root of all evil. The love of money. It's not that you love money. It's that you love God, and therefore you want to be responsible with your life. So you want to elevate the financial stewardship of your life. Put that front and center and eliminate how you're wasting money. Take care of that stuff. Think about your career. You want to make sure that you're in a job, you're making money, doing what you love. And if you're sitting there at work, if you're on your way to work, if you're on your way back from work, if you're just thinking about, and you're thinking about Monday, you're just dreading Monday morning, but if you're dreaming about something else as you're going to work, as you're coming back from work, when you're at work, it's a pretty good sign that you have become a career prostitute, meaning you're only doing what you're doing because of the money, not because it's what you were created to do, not because it's what you love doing. So your career is very important. You're going to spend most of your time in your career. So you might as well choose something that you absolutely love, and you might say to yourself, well, that's scary to take a step out. Listen, if you don't have courage, you're not going anywhere in your life anyway. Courage is what you need in your life more than anything else because that's what's going to lead you to making the right decision. So have the courage to say no to being a coward and yes to living what you should be living for in your life in regard to your career. And then you think about your education and how you're educating yourself and elevating. Instead of watching television, do the math. Watching television at the end of your day for an hour or 2 hours, or binge watching Netflix, think about how that can accumulate. An hour a day, 7 hours a week minimally. Most of us do far more than that. And I'm not even talking about using our smartphones and how we've allowed them to dumb us down. When you think about how much time you spend on screen time, whether it's on your smartphone or whether it's on a tablet or your laptop or gaming or television, it adds up, it racks up like in unbelievable ways. Unbelievable ways. But what if you use that time instead to educate yourself about the 7 areas of life? You could learn about relationships. You could grow spiritually. You could learn about health and fitness. Wherever you are in life right now, you can grow. You can learn about your finances. You can learn about how to make your career change and how to shift and how to pivot out of where you're at. Maybe you've experienced a setback in life. Many of us have, especially at this time and what's happening in the world. It's a great time to pivot and to move toward the direction in your life with great education. So elevate those things. Listen to great stuff while you're driving in your car. Listen to great stuff while you're exercising. When I'm exercising, I get up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning pretty much every day. Of course, there are times when I sleep in because I'm listening to my body as well. But what I do is I'm listening to inspirational, motivational content that's going to fire me up. So as my endorphins are firing because I'm exercising and my blood oxygen level, the blood oxygen is really feeding my cells, and I'm activating my brain. You know, there is a mind-body connection. As I'm working my exercise, it's affecting my brain as well. It's a great thing. That's what you want. I'm also listening to great content and getting a double whammy. So think about the education that you have in your life and how you can amp that up. Whether it's formal education or informal education, be careful you don't hide behind a degree thinking that when I have a degree or if I have a degree, then I can be effective. Nope. That's not the way it works. You need to apply yourself 100%. There are plenty of people. Did you know that most millionaires did not go to college? Most of them. Well, how did they get their start then? How'd they get their start? And most millionaires, if they did go to college, aren't even doing stuff in the area of study that they went to college for. Most of the success that happens in people's lives happens because they applied themselves, they didn't take no for an answer, and they were limitless. They limited themselves less. So think about education and how you can grow by using your time effectively. This stuff's hidden in plain sight in the Bible. The whole Bible, when you look at it from this perspective, is about life management. It's about time management. It's about investing yourself in God's best, your best, so that you get the greatest return of your investment. If you're not investing in yourself, if you're not using your time in your life wisely, don't complain if what you're getting out of it isn't satisfying, if it isn't rewarding. It could be one of the reasons why you're not motivated, why you're not inspired. So education is really important, that 6th area of life. And the 7th area, your rest and your recreation, really, really important. You need to elevate that. You need to make sure that you're getting some downtime. Remember, the greater your drive, the more you are driven, the more rest and recreation you need, the more downtime you need. You need to have your body recuperate. It's one of the reasons why you can gain weight. If you're not sleeping enough, your body is not going to be able to, your metabolism is going to be affected, and you're not going to be able to burn calories and fat the way that you should. So your rest and recreation is important. Pick that one day out of the week when you rest. Make sure that you're getting downtime. When you're coming back from work, transition, decompress, understand you're coming home to family, and you need to transition. You need to be present. You don't want to be absent in the body because your mind is someplace else, right? You want to be there. You want to be present. So these are the 7 areas of life when you think about how to invest yourself and how to elevate these areas of your life. Then the other thing, the third word is delegate. Delegate. You want to delegate those things in your life that you really don't need to be doing, that other people can do, so that you are living with a definite purpose in your life, real focus in your life, and you are doing the one thing or the few things that you do best. There's only one you that's going to come on this planet. There might be somebody who looks like you, but they don't look exactly like you. They're not here for the same purpose as you. You were put here by Almighty God for a purpose. You need to live your purpose. You need to prioritize your purpose. You need to crush it today and not pretend and deceive yourself as if you've got tomorrow. You have no certainty of tomorrow. So you want to delegate to other people those things that you don't really have to do that you can get other people to do. And for many of us, this is a really difficult thing for us to do because we're so used to doing things ourselves. We're so used to being self-made that we don't know what it's like to ask somebody else, could you help me? Could you take care of this? Well, try it and get into the habit. So you want to eliminate, you want to elevate, you want to delegate so that you can be about the things and the thing that you need to be focused on. Remember, in your life, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. If you're not keeping the main thing the main thing, that means other things have crept in and you need to get back to eliminating. You need to get back to elevating and you need to get into delegating. Really, really, really important. 3 words. The last word. Are you ready? I told you I was going to give you 4. This is going to help you create tremendous forward momentum in your life. Tremendous forward momentum in your life. The last word is replicate. Replicate, replicate, replicate. You want to continue when you hit that stride, when you're eliminating, when you're elevating, when you're delegating, you want to then begin to replicate. You want to replicate, replicate, replicate. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You want to replicate your morning routine, your end of the day routine. If you have a great day, think back and evaluate what made this a great day. How did this move me forward? How did this create forward momentum in my life? And then replicate it the next day. These are 4 words. These are 4 practices that these 4 words bring to your forefront. That if you prioritize them, I absolutely, positively, I guarantee it's going to create tremendous speed in your life and momentum where you become unstoppable. Think of a train. A train can be moving very slowly, but it can have momentum that makes it nearly impossible or at least very difficult to stop because it's set in motion. It's set in motion. Remember Newton's law. An object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. You need to be that force in your life. God's going to show up and do his part, but you've got to do your part. Stop waiting around for God to do something that he already told you to do and he enabled you to do. So these are the 4 words. This is a commitment to momentum in your life, speed, and the unstoppable nature of your life. Eliminate the things that are dragging you away. Elevate the things that need to be front and center in your life. Delegate the things that other people can do so that you are doing what you were created to do. And replicate, replicate, replicate. If you do these things, I absolutely guarantee that your momentum is going to take off. Your life's going to go to a new level. It's hard to believe. But this episode is already up. Make sure that you subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. You can also catch the podcast on iTunes and Spotify. But before we go, I'd be remiss if you're enjoying what I'm saying. Go over to the Courage Matters store at couragematters.com and get yourself a legacy blueprint, right? This is the legacy blueprint. It's more than a journal. It comes with videos, and this is what's going to help you. If you like what I'm saying about momentum, this is going to help you map out your life for the next 3, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And even if you've already done that, this is going to help you do it in a way that's fun, it's creative, and unlike anything that you've ever done before to this level. And the videos that are free that come with this, the videos are going to help you tremendously. Why am I doing this? Because I love to help people. When you go to the couragematters.com store, type in this coupon code. We'll put it up on the screen right here. Give me 30. Don't put any spaces in. It's the number 30. Give me 30. Type that in your shopping cart. You'll get 30% off, and you get all the free videos as well. Okay? So that's all the time that we have for today. And don't forget, if you haven't joined the Courageous Nation yet and you want to get inspiring texts from me, directly from me, we don't farm them out, Text me at 917-724-0964. The number is 917-724-0964. You'll get inspiring, encouraging texts from me, and anytime I drop a new video or resource that will fire you up, you'll be among the first to know. Being a part of the Courageous Nation means you're committed to your own unleashed potential. That's what you're committed to. And you're committed to developing courage as your new way of life. If that's you, you want to join the Courageous Nation. It's free and it's priceless. That's all the time we have for today. In the meantime, I'm Michael Anthony reminding you, encouraging you, exhorting you to keep looking up. There's no place else worth looking, and keep moving forward.